Genesis introduces us to Joseph, a young man blessed with prophetic dreams. In these dreams, he saw himself elevated above his brothers, even his parents bowing down to him. These dreams were met with resentment and envy by his brothers. They couldn't fathom such a scenario. Joseph, being young and naive, shared his dreams with his brothers. He didn't grasp the depth of their jealousy. This set the stage for events that would change Joseph's life forever. The brothers' envy grew into dangerous resentment. They plotted to get rid of him. Joseph's story highlights powerful emotions within families. It reminds us that even in seemingly perfect families, conflicts can arise. The key is how we choose to deal with these conflicts. The brothers' resentment toward Joseph reached a boiling point. They couldn't stand the thought of him being favored, of his dreams potentially becoming reality. Their jealousy blinded them to the love and loyalty that should have bound them together as brothers. One day when Joseph was sent by his father to check on his brothers, they saw their opportunity. They stripped him of his special robe, a symbol of his father's love, and threw him into a dry well. The act was filled with anger, a desperate attempt to erase the future they feared. Left alone in the darkness of the well, Joseph must have felt utterly betrayed. The people he trusted, his own flesh and blood, had turned against him. The emotional pain of that betrayal would have been unbearable, leaving him with a deep sense of loneliness and despair. This part of Joseph's journey highlights the devastating impact of betrayal, especially within a family unit. It's a painful reminder that sometimes the people we expect to love and protect us the most can be the ones who hurt us the deepest. As fate would have it, a caravan of traders passed by, presenting the brothers with an opportunity to get rid of Joseph permanently. They decided to sell him as a slave, a cruel twist of fate that sent Joseph on a journey into the unknown. Imagine the terror he must have felt, being sold to strangers, ripped away from everything familiar. The journey to Egypt would have been long and arduous. Joseph, once a beloved son, was now treated as mere property, subject to the whims of his owners. His dreams, once a source of hope, must have seemed like a distant memory in the face of such hardship. Yet, even in this situation, Joseph didn't give up. He could have easily succumbed to despair, but there was a spark within him, a resilience that refused to be extinguished. He chose to face his new reality with courage, holding on to the belief that somehow things would get better. This part of Joseph's story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to persevere even in the face of unimaginable adversity. It teaches us that even when we are stripped of everything we hold dear, even when hope seems lost, we can still choose to keep going. Section 4. A test of character, Joseph and Potiphar's wife. In Egypt, Joseph was bought by Potiphar, an officer of the Pharaoh. Despite being a slave, Joseph's natural abilities shone through. He was hard-working, intelligent, and trustworthy, traits that did not go unnoticed by Potiphar. Joseph was soon put in charge of Potiphar's household, a testament to his diligence and character. However, Joseph's troubles were far from over. Potiphar's wife was drawn to Joseph and tried to seduce him. Joseph, a man of principle and faith, refused her advances. He knew that giving in would be a betrayal of his values and his God. This refusal came at a price. Falsely accused by Potiphar's wife, Joseph found himself imprisoned. Once again, he was a victim of circumstance, his integrity questioned, his character defamed. It seemed like every step forward was met with 2 steps back. Joseph's encounter with Potiphar's wife highlights the importance of staying true to our values, even when faced with difficult choices. It reminds us that doing the right thing isn't always easy and often comes with a cost. Yet it also shows that integrity and character are qualities that shine brightest in the darkest of times. Section 5. From prisoner to prime minister, a turn of events. Even in prison, Joseph's abilities didn't go unnoticed. He was given charge of other prisoners. Pharaoh had a troubling dream. None of his advisors could interpret it. Pharaoh heard about Joseph, the dream interpreter. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream. He revealed a coming famine. Pharaoh appointed Joseph as his second-in-command. This was a remarkable turn of events. Joseph's rise demonstrates how God can work through adversity. From prisoner to prime minister, his faith never wavered. Section 6. Forgiveness, the power to heal. The famine that Joseph had predicted eventually spread to Canaan, where his brothers lived. Driven by desperation, they traveled to Egypt in search of food, unaware that the ruler they were about to encounter was their long-lost brother. Standing before the powerful Egyptian official, the brothers didn't recognize Joseph. Their guilt and shame over what they had done years ago had probably faded, replaced by the urgency of their current situation. Joseph, however, recognized them instantly. The scene that unfolds is emotionally charged. Joseph could have easily sought revenge for their cruelty, but instead he chose forgiveness. He revealed his true identity to his brothers, reassuring them that he held no bitterness towards them. This act of forgiveness is one of the most powerful aspects of Joseph's story. It teaches us that forgiveness is not about condoning the actions of others, but about freeing ourselves from the chains of anger and resentment. By forgiving his brothers, Joseph broke the cycle of pain and set the stage for reconciliation. Section 7. Lessons from the Pit to the Palace, Enduring Relevance. Joseph's story, from the pit to the palace, is a timeless testament to the power of faith, forgiveness, and resilience. It holds valuable lessons for us today, reminding us that even in the midst of trials and tribulations, we can emerge stronger and wiser. Firstly, Joseph's story teaches us about the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to anger and resentment only poisons us. By forgiving those who have wronged us, we free ourselves from the burden of the past and allow ourselves to heal and move forward. Secondly, Joseph's journey is a reminder that God can work through our circumstances, even the most difficult ones. Just as he used Joseph's experiences to elevate him to a position of influence, God can use our trials to shape us, refine us, and prepare us for greater things. Finally, Joseph's life story embodies the importance of resilience. Despite facing betrayal, hardship, and injustice, Joseph never gave up hope. He persevered, trusting that God had a plan for his life. His story encourages us to face our own challenges with courage and determination, knowing that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope.